Go.
Welcome to episode 6 of Tuesday Night Football. My name is Richard Mignette,
My name is Kenny Nicholson.
and this episode is sponsored by
Levi's. Levi jeans. Jeans have pockets. They have a lot of pockets. Um, I like pockets.
Get That Pocket Watching out of here.
Yeah, pocket watching. But back to the
Um,
program.
all right. So we to our the dedicated people out there who missed Tuesday night. I apologize. Um, real life stuff, nothing serious. I just had, just like a 26-page paper to do. No big deal. But we're here. We are live. It is week 11 here, and it is flying by. Um, this is make it or break it time in the playoffs. What do you think?
Yeah, make it or break it time in the playoffs.
Whoa.
Yeah, I got my tongue tied. Make it or break it time in the playoffs. We have a really tight race right now between 8 teams. Hopefully, the last 2 teams don't get offended by that comment, but it's just the truth.
Facts.
Really tight playoff race. Jerry's got a little bit of a head start on some people, but we got 3 teams at 6-4, and we got 4 teams at 5-5. So this week's going to determine a lot. Long regular season though, so there's still a lot to be played out.
Yep. So let's get right into the standings. As you said, Jared in first place. We got JJ in second place, myself in third, Jake coming in fourth place, Mike in fifth place, Nikki in sixth place. So the playoffs started today. Those will be your top 6. On the outside looking in, we got Grant at the 7th spot, you at the 8th spot, Lee at the 9th spot, and our sweet boy Dan at the 10th spot. So without further ado, let's get right into the matchups for this week. We're just going to touch on them real quick. I'm going to do the TV schedule. Let's just you want to knock out the matchups or the TV schedule? We'll just which one are you gonna do first?
Do you have the TV schedule created? We should probably sync
I'm
on
gonna
that
do it.
before.
I'm gonna do it live right now, real quick.
Okay.
So we're gonna start off with Thursday Night Football, which is obviously Bengals and Ravens in real life. Um, Based off of these matchups, I think I'm gonna go. Two pretty good teams. I'll take me and Nikki right here at the Thursday night spot. I'm 6-4. He's 5-5. It's gonna be a great matchup. Um, I'll let you predict it real quick. We're not making like hardcore predictions. We're just doing off the fly. So what do you pick somebody?
Off the fly,
Who are you gonna pick?
you got A Chain coming back this week. Nikki doesn't
Hurry up
have a
off the
kick.
fly.
He doesn't have a kicker in. I'm gonna go Nick.
Okay. All
I
right.
think Devontae has a bounce back week. I think Raheem plays pretty well. I think ETN plays well.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks, bro.
Plays
All
well.
right.
Yeah.
For the 1 o'clock Fox spot, I'm gonna have to put the struggle bus. Dan versus Jake. The 1 o'clock local blackout. 2-8. Not great. He's actually favored to beat Jake. I'm gonna take. Jake in this one.
I'm taking Dan. I've taken Dan the last 2 games, his first 2 wins. I've taken Dan both of those. And I think Dan gets it done again. I think Dan's giving Lee a run for his money for the Waffle House race.
Wow. We all know Lee can absolutely throw down food, so that would be interesting to see. Maybe they'll tie. Who knows? All right. For the 425 CBS National Television Game of the Week, I gotta be careful here because I want to put one matchup in here, but I'm not gonna do it yet. I'm gonna put Grant and Mike in this spot right here because this is a huge game. Playoff implications on the line here. All right. 5-5 versus 5-5. This is a 6-point spread. Grant last week won because of the Chargers and the Lions. I think that's going to be the downfall this week. I'm going to go Mike.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Mike. His team's heating up. I knew when I traded Bijan he was gonna do well.
Yeah.
Mike's got a really well balanced team. I think Grant's team is very good, but it's more top heavy. He's got some power hitters, and he's kind of lacking a little bit in depth. Actually, the more I look at it, his team's pretty darn good. I'm gonna go Mike.
All right. And now I'm going to put in the Sunday night spot the game of the week. Levi's, Wrangler, Lululemon ABC pants. Watch your pockets. I'm putting Kenny and Jared at the Sunday night. Bum, 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 bum. Wow, you are projected to get your butt whooped. 142 to 118. I don't know if that's an accurate projection, but holy moly. I'm going to take you because I want Jared to lose because I want to be in the one spot. I'm going to take you because I think you're going to be riding this momentum. You're playing with a chip on. You got a Pringles chip on your shoulder, my brother. I'm going to take Kenny.
I'm gonna take myself. This game is beyond personal.
It's
Beyond
beyond personal.
beyond personal. This is a public kid friendly platform, but yeah, Jared and I, we got. They say you want beef, go buy an Angus. Well, I'm gonna go buy two.
Yeah. Yeah. Go buy an Angus. Yeah. Whatever.
Yeah,
No, I'm kidding. That's a go.
yeah.
Angus beef, right? Angus beef. Yeah.
It's
Okay.
a
Okay.
type of
Gotcha.
beef.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm taking Kenny, even though Jared's probably gonna win. All right. Sorry. And then we get the Monday night spot. I'm gonna take Lee and JJ because sometimes on Monday night one team's really good and one team's really bad, and then maybe that one really good team wins by a lot, and then maybe that bad team sometimes pulls the upset, and that's what makes Monday Night Football so fun. But JJ's probably gonna win. Love you, Lee. JJ's probably gonna win.
Yeah. JJ's definitely looking like he's gonna get the dub here.
Yeah,
Lee is fighting for his life. Just throwing haymakers, can't see, got pepper sprayed, just fighting for his life. But
yeah.
he'll make it competitive. But yeah, I think JJ's
I
gonna
think
win.
I think that's the beauty of Monday Night Football. It's the whole world's watching. Sometimes the games are really good. Sometimes the games are horrible. All right, let's get right into the NFL pick'em. So last week, let me go full screen here.
Well,
So I can
real
see my.
quick, I would like to do a sleeper pick. I know we've been
Oh
doing.
yeah. Sorry. You missed that segment. Sleeper. Go ahead. We'll each get
Okay,
one. Wait. Who did we do last week? I did
you did
Deshaun
Deshaun
Watson.
Watson. I did Trey McBride.
He actually they won the game, and then he broke his shoulder. So
Yeah, it
tough.
wasn't a bad pick. He played through that too.
Yep.
Yeah. So far I've done Najee, Deontay was a bonus, Trey McBride. I'm on a hot streak right here. I'm doing somebody on my team,
Oh
and
Jesus.
I'm doing somebody on my team. His name is Keaton Mitchell. He's a running back for the Ravens. The Ravens are playing the Bengals tonight. Bengals have a middle of the pack run defense. I think there's going to be a lot of points scored in this game. Keaton Mitchell is supposed to get increased workload. I think he's A-Chain 2.0, which is, I know it's bold to say, but the guy is fast as lightning when he gets the ball
Fast
in
as
his
lightning.
hands, and the way he can stretch the field is
Pew
remarkable.
pew. Pew pew.
Yeah, I'm going to predict he at least scores one touchdown, and I'm going to
Okay.
predict that he rushes for over 60 yards. If both those things happen, make a statue of me because I'm on fire, but I'll stay humble.
Make him the president of Puerto Rico if it happens. All right.
It's messed up.
Since we're picking guys on our team, I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna go with sleeper is gonna be Adam Thielen. I just got him in a trade today with Dan. We don't gotta break down the trade. I think the whole league saw it. But if we're gonna break it down, it was Joe Mixon, Adam Thielen for Kenneth Walker, James Conner, and Jacoby Myers. Yep. So I'm gonna pick Thielen because his numbers with Frank Reich as a play caller are stupid. I think they're gonna force feed him the football. I think he's literally the only playmaker on that Panthers offense right now. Obviously they got Chuba and they got Miles Sanders, but
Chuba?
let's be realistic. Chuba Hubbard. Chuba Hubbard.
It's Chuba.
Chuba, whatever. Chuba. He's a good player. But he ain't Adam Thielen though. 34-year-old Adam Thielen, sleeper.
Still kicking.
All right. All right. There we go. Those are our two picks. We got Keaton Mitchell. What's his name?
Keaton.
Michael Keaton. I am the Batman. And Adam Thielen. So let's get right into it. We got the 5-4 Bengals taking on the 7-3 Baltimore Ravens. We're literally this is how dedicated we are. We bought these jerseys for this podcast.
Yeah.
This is at the bank in Baltimore. Who do you like tonight and Thursday Night Football?
Before we do that, you want to show real quick the picks from last week?
Jesus, man. I'm all over the place.
Yeah, so that was our record last week.
I mean, listen.
Overall, we're pretty
I forgot
even.
to do. Yeah, I think I was 18-12 and you were 16-14 overall. So that takes you to 25-17, and me to 25 and
I think we're
17.
tied. Yeah, I think we're
Yeah, we're tied.
Yeah.
25-17. That's 50-34 overall between the two of us. I mean, guys, maybe pay attention. I know some people like to do certain things with their income, and 50-34, pretty damn good if you ask me. So, those are our picks. Now let's get into our real picks.
Yep.
Week 11. Who do you like tonight?
Yep. So week 11, who do I like tonight? I like the Ravens tonight. I think the Ravens are a powerhouse team, kind of goes hand in hand with my sleeper pick. Still think it's going to be a 1-2 punch with Gus Bus, and then you got Keaton, who's more of like a Lamborghini Ferrari type of player. Um, the passing game for the Ravens doesn't matter. I do think Lamar's going to have a pretty good game. I think the Bengals defense is pretty good. They're not anything special. I think Jamar being banged up, not having T. Higgins, that hurts. I think the lights are going to be a little too bright. I'm going to go Ravens.
This is tough, man, because I picked the Browns last week to beat the Ravens, and they won. And the Ravens are a very good football team. And Thursday night games, like we've already said before, time and time again, they are ugly, ugly, ugly. I do not think it's going to be the case tonight. I think tonight's going to be a really good game for the national audience. I think this is what the NFL needed for this Thursday night game. And I have a prediction. We always like to do bold predictions here. This game is going to go to overtime. This is an overtime game. This is a game that we're going to be like, oh my God, please don't end. Blah, 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 blah. It's midnight. I want to keep watching. Go, 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 go. With all that being said, there's one guy who I always think about in these games. His name, shout out to my Uncle Johnny, University of Texas alum, Justin Tucker. At some point tonight, Justin Tucker is going to make a huge field goal, whether that be the end of the game, overtime, to end the half. His field goal is going to make a difference tonight. I want to take the Bengals, but I'm going to take the Ravens because I think that the Bengals, while they have done really well since everybody's gotten healthy, the Ravens dropping 2 at home, that's really tough to sell because they're a really good football team. We'll go Ravens. All right. Speaking of the Browns, Steelers, Browns in Cleveland. No Deshaun, out for the year, shoulder surgery, broke it. Tough situation there. But who do you like in this game? Another AFC North matchup. Really good AFC North matchups.
Yeah, I think I've had the Steelers the past couple weeks. While I think they're going to be good rest of the season, I'm going to go Browns in this one. I think the Browns defense, along with I think his name's Dorian Thompson-Robinson. He's a UCLA quarterback, right? He's getting the start this week. PJ Walker, surprisingly, is not getting the start. He was getting the starts when Deshaun was missed the time. We've only seen one game of this guy. Was not a good game. I believe they scored 3 points total. I don't foresee that being.
Yeah, that was versus the Ravens. That was terrible.
That was versus the Ravens. Yeah, that was kind of when Ravens were still getting their identity. So Ravens are scary. But anyways, I'm gonna go Browns. I think the Steelers obviously have a pretty good defense, not against the pass, but I know they have a really good one against the run, I believe. But yeah, no, I think it's gonna be a very low scoring game. The over under dropped down to 33 when Deshaun Watson over under that.
God, that is gross.
I don't think there's gonna be a single touchdown in this game. To be honest, I think it's gonna be a field goal fest. But I think the Browns get the more field goals and they win.
Wow. Are the Browns? I know this isn't a gambling show, but are they underdogs?
They are
They have to.
According to my Bleacher Report app, which is iffy, 1-point favorite, but I think it's a pickle.
Wow. Oh my gosh. Okay, never mind. Steelers. That's all I need to know. The Browns were underdog. I would take the Browns, but since they're the favorites,
they're at home,
right? That's what. Yeah, I'm taking the Steelers. That's crazy. The Steelers, you can't count Mike Tomlin out. And this, again, we've talked about coaching matchups that I think he just might outcoach Stefanski here. The Browns are good, but they could come out and rally around Deshaun. Or I mean, I feel like probably it's been a little bit of a shock this week. Probably been a little bit of drama. Steelers, Raiders, Dolphins in Miami at the Hard Rock Hotel Stadium. They got that beautiful little thing over there that keeps everybody on the home side in shade. It's a really good idea. I am going to go here with I'm going to take the Raiders. And I'm going to take the Raiders because this has nothing to do really with Antonio Pierce. I think that they've done that, but at the same time, the Dolphins are coming off a bye. A-Chain's playing. Sometimes Tua's got a new hairdo. Sometimes these teams, when they're like feeling themselves a little bit, I know the Dolphins beat up on all the bad teams, but like, why not? Why not the Raiders? I like the Raiders in this spot. The Raiders got talented players too. The Dolphins are a very good team, but a lot of people are counting out the Raiders. I mean, get the Raiders. Who cares?
I respect the pick, but I'm going to go Miami. Mm-hmm. Miami's a 2-touchdown favorite. And while I think they don't win by 2 touchdowns, I think it's going to be a high scoring battle. I think the Raiders can keep it close with the ground and pound game, but I just think Miami's going to get the dub. They got too many talents, too many weapons. I'm going to go Miami. I think it's a pretty easy pick, but I respect you.
Another factor, I think a lot of people think that like the Antonio Pierce like high is over. And I don't really believe it because Antonio Pierce, this isn't Jeff Saturday. He didn't come off the couch. Antonio Pierce was a coach at Arizona State for a little bit, and then this is his second year in Oakland. I'm sorry, Las Vegas. He's a Super Bowl champion. Like this guy isn't, he didn't come straight from TV. He did TV for a little bit, but he's also been a coach. He's been a player. So I think this guy knows football. I think that they're going to come out ready to play. I think the Raiders have a really good defense too. The Dolphins O line is kind of Raiders. Bears and Lions in Detroit. I want to take the Bears so bad, but I'm not going to do it. This is going to be a close game though. The Bears aren't that good. So I am going to take the Lions, but this is going to be a close game. I don't want to pick the Lions, but I have to. Lions.
Yeah, Justin Fields, they gave him a lot of time off. The last time we saw Justin Fields healthy with DJ Moore, I believe that was Thursday Night Football against the Commanders, and they were firing. The Commanders, not that good. I understand. So I do think it's going to be an absolute shootout, but I think the Lions take this one as well. The Lions, obviously, great football team. They're home.
Yeah. So. Yep. Titans, Jags in TIAA. I think it's another bank in Jacksonville. I just heard something. Titans, Jaguars. I'm also going to go Jaguars here, and the same thing as the last game. I think it's going to be a close game. I think Vrabel's a great head coach. I think Vrabel's a really, really good head coach who can do a lot with a little. And this Titans team still has Derrick Henry. They still have DeAndre Hopkins. They still have Simmons on the D line. I know they traded Kevin Byard, but they got some pieces back. They got Sean Murphy Bunting. Shout out to the Bucks. They're going to compete. But the Jaguars are ultimately going to come out with a victory.
Yeah. I do think this is a possible get-right game for the Jags, but I'm actually going to go Tennessee here.
I love it. I love that.
Similar to what I think about the Raiders game, obviously Tennessee has a similar kind of offense where they ground and pound it. Last game, Tyjae Spears was featured a little bit more. I think he's going to be a little sneaky piece that they use more to kind of spread the field. And then obviously Derrick Henry is going to grind him out. I just don't think Trevor Lawrence I don't think he's having a good year. And I just don't.
He might be hurt, man. He doesn't look right.
He could be. I mean, a lot of these guys are playing through things we don't know about. But and ETN, he was on that hot streak. I think he's going to cool down a bit. So I don't know if Jaguars will be able to like really score on this defense. Tennessee's got a great run defense. I think Tennessee's going to take this one.
This definitely has the smellings of a nasty 13-10 AFC South game. Ugh, gross. Yeah. All right, Chargers, Packers at Lambeau. Again, you know what? I'm going with the themes here of these close games that teams should, like, people probably think they're going to blow out, but I think the Packers, you know what? I'm going to take the Packers. I'm going to take the Packers here because the Chargers just don't. The Chargers, I've tried so hard to buy in the Chargers time after time after time. I'm like, forget how bad Staley is. Like, let's just think about Herbert and Eckler. I'm done with the Chargers. They are nothing but letdowns. And this is a historic Chargers thing. They've been this way since we were kids. Since I watched New England go in there in 2006 and beat that 14-2 Marty Schottenheimer team. They just know how to lose, man. They got a PhD in losing. I'm going Packers, Lambeau. That fan base. I think the Packers are 3-7. What are they? I mean, they're going out there. They're playing for hard. I think LaFleur is a great head coach. I think you put LaFleur in the Chargers are 7-3. I'm taking it back.
I respect it. Packers, I just looked at 3-6. Chargers are 4-5. Obviously, Packers at home. It's going to be kind of a cold game. I'm going to go Chargers here. I really like what I saw last game. It looked like Justin Herbert kind of finally figured out how to throw without Mike Williams. And I think he's missing, what's his name? Palmer as well. But, I mean, Keenan Allen's getting mad targets. If Keenan Allen ends up not playing, I would like to somehow switch my pick to Packers. But
we can't do it.
All right, well, I'm gonna stick with Chargers regardless.
All right. Respect.
Even though they're away, I think they're starting to click a little bit more on offense. Herbert, by now, hopefully that finger's healed. So he'll finally not have to wear that weird little tape thing he's got going on his left hand. I'm gonna go Chargers here. I think the Packers just kind of keep this one close, surprisingly. But Jordan Love, man, if you're gonna bet your life on something, I'm not betting my life on Jordan Love.
I think that's the problem with the Chargers is you're like, okay, they have such a great offense. Staley's their defensive guy. He got hired to be a defensive guy. They gave up 41 points last week. Like it's a Big 12, Pac-12 game. I just don't
Yeah,
get me
I
started on
mean,
the Chargers. Go Pack, go. All right. Transitioning to um Houston at NRG Stadium where the Cardinals take on the Texans. Um, I'm gonna ride the Texans here. Both these teams are coming off emotional victory, so I think at that point it's just who's the better team. This will probably start out slow. I think CJ Stroud might throw like 2 picks in the first half. He's gonna have a nice comeback again. Um, the Texans, they're just I think a good football team. I think we probably got to stop wondering about it. I think they're just good. Um, they have D'Amico Ryans, who's a really good defensive coach. They got some young guys on offense. Overall, I think they're just a good team. Derek Stingley Jr. on the outside, taking the Texans.
yeah, I'm taking the Texans too. I think the Cardinals, while they had a great win last week, and I'm pretty sure I picked the Cardinals, but I can't remember exactly.
You,
I
we both picked the Cardinals. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
And obviously that was Kyler's first game, a lot of emotions, a lot of hype around it. I'm sure the Texans are going to watch the film, figure something out. They're a great football team. CJ Stroud, I mean, God bless the Texans. That's amazing you guys got him and got rid of Deshaun Watson. That trade, by the way, with the Browns they did, I saw it like listed out today. Like they fleeced the Browns.
Yeah.
And I think they're going to be a great team to come. They're lucky. I hope the Bucks get somebody like Stroud. But yeah, I'm going to go Texans.
All right. Going to Charlotte, Bank of America Stadium, Cowboys, Panthers.
Oh, we don't got to waste time on
Um, this I want to say the Panthers are going to keep this game close, but I mean, listen, the Cowboys again. Every time we talk about the Cowboys, you got to say they lost to the Cardinals. They did. It was on the road, so the Panthers might keep this close in the first half, but the Cowboys are going to win this game.
I think the Cowboys are going to win. The 10.5 line I'm seeing, I don't know if that's 100% correct, is shocking to me.
Yeah, see,
I would
that's the
think that
thing.
would be
That's too
higher.
low. That's
I
too
think that
low.
would, I would think, like, when I think of Cowboys Panthers, I think
Yes.
21-point line or like 17
Yeah.
point line. 10 and a
This
half.
might this
That's
might be a game where this might be a game. I can see this. This might be a game where Panthers are up 4 with a minute 28 left. They punt it to them. Cowboys go down and score.
yeah.
That could be this type of game.
I could see this being surprisingly close. Just NFL sometimes just doesn't
Yeah.
make a lot of sense. But I do think the Cowboys will ultimately get the win.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Giants, Commanders, FedEx Field, and Virginia. I'm gonna take the Commanders here. The Giants, they listen. I think the Giants play with a lot of heart. I think Tommy DeVito, Danny DeVito, Bobby DeVito, the DeVito. I think he plays. I think he. I mean, this guy. I mean, they're going out there and they're trying. The Giants are not trying. The Giants are trying. Last week was ugly, but they're trying. Dable, I think, is a good coach. They've got extremely unlucky this year, but the Commanders are going to take this one.
Yes, sorry, Grant was getting back to me on a trade. Not going to be acquiring Eckler. That's sad. Commanders are going to win this one easily. Tommy DeVito, that guy. I mean, this morning his mom made his bed. Probably they
Dead.
had breakfast as a family. Hit their
Yeah.
little wine, maybe some cigars. I don't know, but Commanders, they're going to win. It's probably not going to be close. Giants are depleted. Tyrod Taylor, I saw, is getting healthy, so maybe they'll pull up a couple wins at the end. But I don't even know why you
Yeah.
want to win at this point.
It's probably got to be a strategic move to not bring a different quarterback in because
Yeah, they're stuck with Danny Dimes, unfortunately.
for one more year for sure.
They paid him too much.
Jets and Bills. I believe the Bill Stadium is Highmark Field, or I think it used to be New Era Stadium. In Orchard Park, Buffalo. Jets Bills. I'm gonna take the Bills here. I'm gonna take them by a lot. I think the Bills are gonna. I think this is a complete get right game, and the Jets are as much. I love Robert Saleh. I think Robert Saleh is a great head coach, and I think if Aaron Rodgers is here, the Jets are 100% a playoff team. I think the Jets are a completely skewed team that got a really disgusting win versus the Giants and competed in a game versus Las Vegas that was kind of like a toss up. and they're not that good. They're just not. I just don't think I won't buy into the Jets being good. Um, they don't have enough, and they're dependent on Aaron Rodgers. He's not there. The Bills. This is Joe Brady's first game as OC. Ken Dorsey got the boot. They're gonna win. They're gonna put up a lot of points. I'm gonna take the Bills.
I agree with you. Although I've seen clips of Zach Wilson from that last game, and he's not completely the problem. The O line doesn't look too great. Doesn't really seem like he has a ton of time. I mean, I'm not saying Zach Wilson's the answer at all, but I don't think the Jets, or I don't think all of the blame falls on Zach Wilson. I mean, he also has like two weapons: Brees Hall, Garrett Wilson, Lazard, not that good. Cobb should be in a retirement home. The Bills are a great football team. Obviously, they've had their up and downs. I actually predicted the upset last week with the
You
Broncos.
did.
Now,
You
Richard,
did.
if we could get a TikTok team, Richard predicted the Broncos beating the Chiefs. I think I got
Yep.
a point over here
Yep.
because last time it was flipped. Richard predicted the Broncos picking the Chiefs. I predicted the Broncos beating the Bills. Clip it, put it on TikTok.
Yep.
But
I
I'm
might.
gonna
I might. I might
go
actually
crazy.
get Mackenzie. Maybe actually Mackenzie's brother's really good at that.
Yeah, I might need
We
to do
could we
that.
could try actually try to do that. All right. So you are picking Bills. Okay. Seahawks Rams at SoFi. You want to consolidate your loans? SoFi. Um, man, this is. I'm gonna take the Rams here. I think the Seahawks. I think the party's over for the Seahawks. Unfortunately, I did trade Kenneth Walker the third. Now Dan did know about Kenneth Walker's ridiculous schedule that's coming up. They go to L.A. They go to San Fran. They go to Dallas, San Fran, and Philly. It's either Dallas. It's definitely San Fran, either Dallas or Philly. San Fran, then Dallas, Philly again. That's a ridiculous schedule. So for if you're a Seahawks fan, you better win this game. But I don't think they're going to. I think the Rams are going to come out off a bye. McVay's got his boys back. He's got Cooper Cup back. His little Cooper. He's got Cooper Cup there again. Um, I think they're gonna rub it down the field. Honestly, I think it's gonna be a track meet. Probably gonna be a lot of points in this game. I feel like, and the Rams are gonna win.
I'm a little concerned about Stafford's health. Like, what did he hurt when he was it a thumb?
Warrior. All you gotta know is he's a warrior, superhuman.
What is? Do you know what he got injured though? I don't
Yeah,
remember.
his thumb. I think he's broken
His
his thumb like
thumb.
9 times. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, I'm just gonna take the gamble here. I do think the Rams can pull this one out. When you look back, I mean, obviously missing Kyron Williams still, but Cooper Cup, Puka, great wide receiver duo there. I don't. The Seahawks actually do have a really good secondary though, but I'm still gonna go Rams. I think they're just gonna grind it out, get the
I
dub. It's gonna
do.
be a lot of points scored. Seahawks offense hasn't looked like how you'd want it to look. Geno Smith not having the year he had last year. So I'm gonna go Rams as well.
All right. Vikings Broncos at Mile High Stadium. It used to be Sports Authority Field. Now it's something crazy. I forgot the name of it. I'm taking the Broncos. I love the Broncos for the beginning of the year. That's documented in our group chats. Um, and also I was on the Broncos at their lowest point actually, so I don't even need to back myself up there. So have you. This is a Broncos podcast. Honestly, we're Broncos fans.
Broncos country.
Um, yeah, they're gonna win. Oh, this is a Sunday night game. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, I love Mile High Night.
Yeah,
Broncos by like 20.
bro. The colors in this game. Hopefully,
Hopefully we
they
get the
wear some.
Broncos. Hopefully we get the Broncos navy blue over their whites, and then the Vikings whites over their purples. That would be uniform euphoria.
I'll take that or orange. I love their orange.
I love their
Um,
orange too. Just not white. No white Broncos, please. No white.
yeah. Uh, this is a tough one, man. I think the Vikings have been on a hot streak. I don't think
Yeah.
Justin Jefferson comes back this week. I think he comes back
No,
next week.
no way. Yeah, no way.
I don't think he's ready to come back yet. If he was playing, different story. But
Yeah.
yeah, no, I love the Broncos recently. They've beaten some great teams. The Dolphins, great record, but they haven't really beaten great teams. The Broncos have already done it. Sean Payton, their head coach, obviously pretty good head coach. I know we get the
Yeah.
beef with the Saints, whatever. But yeah, no, Russell Wilson's playing great. Cortland Sutton put out that apology form to everybody who was down Russ. I'm gonna go Broncos here.
All right. Next game, Saints versus the bye week. I'm taking the bye week.
Yeah, I got the bye week too.
Awesome. We also go. Oh, we got 10 minutes left, so we can do the Eagles and Chiefs and the Bucks game. Eagles and Chiefs. Listen. I saw Taylor Swift perform in person. She is fantastic as an artist. a hell of a show. And if anybody listening went, they can attest to this. I don't want to see Taylor Swift 9 times. There should be a limit. So I was telling Mackenzie, it, ESPN should go. The NFL should go to ESPN or whoever. Say you got 5 times to show her. Choose wisely which 5 times you want to use. Maybe one per quarter. Maybe two. Save them all for the fourth quarter. You get 5 chances to put her on the screen because I'm not there to watch that. All right. But with all that being said, again, there's nothing against Taylor Swift. She's a great performer. She's awesome. Big fan of her music. It's a tough game. It's really when you take away all the.
It's pretty much a
drama,
pick 'em. They're both elite.
Two really good football teams. Eagles are coming off a bye. Chiefs are also coming off a bye. I am going to go with the Eagles. Can't believe I just said that. I can't believe I just said that. That's gross. I just said that. I'm going to go with the Eagles, though, unfortunately. Eagles.
I like the Eagles, man. But the Chiefs being at home, Arrowhead took Florida State's chant, tomahawk chop.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm gonna go Chiefs here. I think Patrick Mahomes, he's been having not a typical Patrick Mahomes season. But I just think Rashee Rice and him this week, that would be another sleeper pick I have. I think they're gonna click. I think Travis Kelce's
on my team.
Oh, well, there you go. I think they're gonna have a really good connection this week. Obviously, the run game is gonna be pretty good with Pacheco, even though the Eagles pretty sure have the best run defense in the league. So now that I say that, I don't know. It's going to be a high scoring game. Obviously, Monday night prime time. It's going to be a nice one. I'm really excited.
This has got 38-35 written all over it. I think it was a score of the Super Bowl, actually. So I should maybe 31-28. I don't know. Something like that.
Yeah, I'm going to go Chiefs, though. And I don't know why. Like, the NFL should put a rule where if the primetime games start stinking, a team has to earn their primetime spot. Like, just flex the games. I guess they can't do that on short notice.
So the rule is that each team has to have, I believe, one primetime game, or it's either one or they bumped it to 2. You can only have a max of 5, I believe.
You should earn
and
that.
the flexes have to be 2 weeks in advance. So
they should have flexed last week. What was it, Panthers Bears or something?
Yeah. Last week was disgusting.
Come on, like sure. They were like, what are we doing?
There were a couple of really bad flexes that should have happened last week. All right, and then finally, our hometown team, my favorite team of all time. You see the Tom Brady. You see the Brady jersey back there going home. We're going home to the Bay. Not we, but if he was still here, he'd be going home. Listen, let's address the elephant in the room. Okay, the 49ers are a really good football team. All right, we all get it. We get it. They're 6-3. Ha 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 ha. They run up and down the field. Christian McCaffrey has been dominating the Bucs since he came in the league in 2018. Okay, congrats. Find a new point to make. All right, because this team, we are up to something. All right, we are up to something. All we need to do is we need to go out there and we just need to play defense. We need to go back to angle tackling, Oklahoma drills, form tackling. We got to wrap up. If you watched that first drive last week, I'm not breaking down film or anything, but I just remember watching Debo just run through arm tackling last year when we played them. We got to wrap up on defense. We got to play smart football, dump it down to Rashad, get Mike the easy ones, get Chris Godwin on a couple end arounds. Don't take crazy shots because they're going to get picked off or Baker's going to get sacked. Get the ball out of his hands fast. If you do that, we got a chance to win this game. 49ers are riding high. 35-3 victory over the Jags. We just went to Florida. Blah, 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 blah. That's a long flight back to San Fran. It's a long flight back to San Fran. All right? I'll pick the Bucs because I'm never going to not pick the Bucs. So I'm going to pick the Bucs.
Yeah, I mean, we got to pick the Bucs. I wonder what our records would look like if we didn't, pick the Bucs.
I think we've only done. I think, yeah, maybe two games better than.
Yeah. Dang, I mean, if you take those 2 games out, our records are
also insane. We also fade the Saints every week too, but that worked out for us last week.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna pick Bucs. Love the Bucs, obviously hometown team. I saw a quote, and I'm not sure if you touched on this. I zoned out for a second to withdraw the trade I had to Grant for Eckler. Really wanted him. Sad about that.
Live trading. You're watching live trading right here on the pod. Yeah. What other pod can you do that? Can't.
Exactly. Yeah, that was sad. But back to the Bucks. Canales said that they built this offense to beat teams like the Eagles and the 49ers, right? Obviously it didn't work early in the season against the Eagles. The Eagles, the score, I'm pretty sure it was close, but the outcome, I mean, we got dominated, let's be real. But I do think
31-15, I think it was.
yeah, I mean, I don't know, but the Brock Purdy, obviously he's a pretty good quarterback. Without Debo, his numbers were terrible. Debo's back. If a 49er, I don't want this, but if they were to get hurt during the game, maybe Debo, that would really affect them.
All
I think
right. All
I
right.
think we're gonna I
All
don't know.
right.
I don't know. But I think we're gonna keep it a lot
Jesus.
closer than the spread. I think they're 12-point favorites right now. But yeah, we'll see what happens. I mean, our defense had a pretty good game last game. I think Joe Tryon had a couple good plays I was surprised about. Vita Vea, obviously a beast up front. Mike Evans has been playing well. He's a little banged up right now. He's got a quad injury he's tending to, but he'll play through it. So yeah, I mean the Baker Mike Evans connection's been great. Rashad White's been heating up. So hopefully, we can score more points than they do. We'll see. It's going to be a tough one. I mean, it's going to be a tough
Yeah,
one, and it's away.
30 our playoff chances go from 30 to 70% if we win. So
It's going to be tough.
it's gonna be a tough game. No one's denying that. It's not gonna be easy. But we gotta just listen, we gotta play buck ball, man. It's gotta be a low scoring game. Can't let them score a lot. We can't make this a track meet because we ain't gonna win. We ain't that fast. So I just want to see the Bucks win, man. That's all I want to do. I just want to see the Bucks win. It's just my days, my weeks, my months, my life, my everything is better when the Bucks win. You know, last year was tough. The beginning of this year was awesome. Last 5 weeks have been tough. It's been tough sitting there being like, because weeks I'm not upset anymore when the Bucks win because I know that we are not what we used to be. But at the same time, I expect us to win. So it's this weird, like in the middle of like I expect it, but I'm not upset. Last year, I would expect it and I would be upset because we should have been what that's I'm not even gonna start on that. I'm gonna lose my mind. But this year I've tempered myself to be like, I expect us to win, but if we don't win, I'm not gonna be like, what the hell? We lost. No, I mean I'm gonna be like, okay, we're a cap strapped team that has a lot of veterans and rookies. It just is what it is. So listen, if we lose this game, we got Indiana next week and Indianapolis after that. So it would the immediate shift would go to the Colts. If we win this game, the shift is still to the Colts, and we're 5-5 instead of 4-6. So that's all I gotta say about that.
5-5 would be awesome.
5-5 would be awesome, man. We were 3-1.
Awesome.
We're 4-5 now.
Gosh,
if we were 5-5, we went in there and beat San Francisco. And we just, I mean, that would just be awesome. I don't really have anything personal against San Francisco either because I love John Lynch. I don't like him. I love John Lynch, and I like Kyle Shanahan. I think Kyle Shanahan's one of the best football minds that I've probably ever coached, offensively at least. Wes Welker, I always say it. Watch out for Wes Welker's name. He's going to be a head coach. He's the next McDaniel, McVay, LaFleur, Shanahan, whatever you want to call it. The guy was in the New England system. And then he went to Denver with Peyton Manning, and he was on Shanahan's coaching staff for the last X amount of years, and now he's with McDaniels in Miami. So that guy's going to be a great head coach one day. Just don't know with who. Maybe the Bucks. Who knows? Probably not the Bucks, but maybe the Raiders. Watch out for the Raiders. Tom Brady. But that's all we got. It feels like it's 9:30. It's only 6:20.
Yeah, we got to wrap it up.
Appreciate everybody for listening. Sorry we only got one episode this week, but we will have two again at our regularly scheduled program next week. Thank you guys. God bless America. Salute to Service Week again.
Peace.
Go Bucks.
Peace. Go Bucks.